You Are Creators presents Down the Rabbit Hole. True stories that explore the mysteries of reality. Many physicists are beginning to believe that reality is a simulation. Every so often, we experience glitches in this reality. Items will vanish or duplicate. Homes or properties that were once standing now vanish as if they never existed. I've collected a couple of stories from Reddit that will take you down the rabbit hole and have you pondering the nature of reality. The boarding house glitch. This story was submitted on Reddit. This is a story of my mother's experience that took place near her home in Jersey City, New Jersey, during the mid-1930s. My great-grandfather Valentine was living in a boarding house a few blocks from his daughter, my grandmother Sarah. One day Sarah got word that her father was not only about to be evicted, but was about to be committed. When she got to the boarding house, my great-grandfather was shaking and fighting. She looked at her dad and said, "Pop, do you want to come live with me?" Her dad inquired, "Do you have room?" She replied, "We'll make room." So my great-grandfather moved in with his daughter and her children. According to my mother, a few days after the incident, the boarding house and landlady disappeared. There was no explosion. It was not torn down, not moved. It simply vanished as if it never existed. I just witnessed a time loop. This story was submitted by Ryan Bratton. My friend and I were sitting on his yard while some kids rode their bikes down a downhill driveway. A car came down the road and stopped at a house. A kid got out, ran inside making noises that kids around that age make. Then a girl rode her bike down the driveway. A couple of minutes later, the same car went down the road, stopped at the house, and the same kid got out of the car and ran inside, screaming the exact same things he had been saying. And of course, the same girl rides the same bike down the hill again. I just looked over at my friend, and he said he had no idea what just happened. The teleporting prescription bottle. A few days ago, I was down to 7 pills on my prescription thyroid medicine. I called in for a refill and then a day later went to the pharmacy. The order and about 30 other orders had been lost during a system update, so they said I could wait an hour or come back the next day. It was too crowded, so I headed home. The next morning, I realized there's a prescription bottle on the table near the door where car keys and wallets belong. I take a look, and sure enough, it's a 90-day bottle of my thyroid medication, brand new. The date of pickup was the day I decided to head home without it. I asked my wife, and she's the only person who has access to the house and the only person with permission to pick up my medications. And she was even more confused because she remembered seeing me come home and I told her about the order issue. She watched as I set my keys and wallet and nothing else. Did a version of me pop between dimensions to deliver my meds? Or is it somehow that both my wife and I misremembered that day? I'll never know. The respawning Red Bull can. Just a quick glitch which has my brain doing flips over and over. I purchased a Red Bull along with some dog food, and I had the cashier bag it for me. I walked out the shop, reached in the bag and grabbed the Red Bull, got back into my car, opened it, and drank it while I was driving. By the time I got home, the can was empty and was sitting in my cup holder. A few hours pass, and I say to my wife that I'm thirsty and we have nothing to drink. And she said to me that I have a Red Bull can sitting in the bag of groceries. I told her that I took that out and drank it, but she insisted I check the bag to find it. And sure enough, there is the same Red Bull can I had earlier. I did not buy two. I still have the original can sitting in my cup holder right now. I now have the same quantum can twice. What is this reality? And you just went down the rabbit hole where we question the mysteries and nature of reality only on youarecreators.tv.